What's going on, everybody? Emeka coming at you, and if you want to learn 3 things how to increase your income so you can take back your freedom, so you can design your ultimate lifestyle, go ahead, smash that subscribe button and turn bell notifications on so you never miss another video. Hey everybody, I'm coming at Emeka and Julieli, which need best keywords in India, and they need that problem solved, Americans. Why not?
Range Rover Sport Supercharged.
If your income goal is $500,000.
Awesome. All right, I'm coming from sunny Monterey. It's like 30 something degrees. I'm just out on the patio right now, if you can call this a patio, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. So I thought I'd film a couple videos outside, but let's talk about hiring staff today. And specifically, when's the right time to hire staff? Now, this is a question that I get quite a bit, and especially recently since I did that last video. I'll link it up in the cards on, you know, don't be a publisher, be a business owner. And, you know, for my publishing business, I don't actually do the day-to-day stuff in my publishing business. I haven't done the day-to-day stuff in my publishing business for probably about a year or so now. But I do have a manager that I work with, and I have a weekly call with him, and he's running my publishing business for me. But when's the right time for you to hire somebody? I can't really give you an answer that it's, hey, it's after 6 months, or it's after 12 months, or after 18 months, or it's after you're making X amount of dollars per month, because it's different for every single person, and there's so many variables that come into play. Yes, there's a cost variable, but there's also an you know, the experience variable of how well do you actually know the publishing business. I want to say maturity. How mature are you, or how much experience do you have working with other people? Because let me tell you this, as soon as you bring in another person, another human being into your business, everything changes. Mistakes will start being made that were never made before, right? You will see holes in your business you never knew were there. You will lose money that you never would have lost by yourself in the training process. And these are all things that, you know, I've gone through. I'm trying to think right now, just so you're aware, I'm trying to think of what my manager's biggest, most costly expense was. I want to say it's $600. For some reason, a $600 mistake is sounding really common, like I kind of lost it when he did that. But yeah, it was definitely a few $100s. Maybe it wasn't as high as $6, but yeah, there was something he did, and it cost us like $600. Oh, no, maybe it was a couple grand. Yeah, oh, what was it? Yeah, no, I'm kind of remembering now. It was a few $1,000s last, late summer, early fall. Made a big mistake, and it cost us a couple grand that month. Can you afford to lose a couple grand? More importantly about the money, can you handle how to handle that scenario of one of your staff members costing you a couple grand and having them not feel like complete shit so they quit or they just do worse jobs? These are all of the things that I don't think a lot of people really take into account when they're hiring somebody. But going back to the original questions, when's the right time for you? There's a couple checkpoints that I like to, that I kind of, you know, assess when people are coming to me with this type of question. One is, how long have you been in publishing, and what was your prior experience working with people beforehand? Have you ever worked with staff before, or have you always just kind of worked on your own? How much you're making kind of ties into the experience you have with publishing. Like if you're making like, you know, $3-4 grand a month, you're not very experienced with publishing, right? You need to be making a decent amount, because right now, if you're only making $3-4 grand a month, well, you probably have a bit more time to invest in the business. But there's always scenarios where maybe you're making $3-4 grand a month because you're running these other businesses and you've just been able to build up the publishing business to $3-4 grand a month. See why it gets tricky? See why there's not one particular answer? So this video, I hope you weren't looking for that one particular answer. It's more kind of just giving you these additional thoughts to kind of run through your mind to see if it's right for you. What's your mental ability like? Can you go through the hiring process and the firing process and the training process, you know, 2, 3, 4 times? It's typically how long it takes to get the person that you're going to want to stick with long term. Because this is not a friend, this is not a colleague, this is now, quote unquote, an employee. They work for you. They take orders from you. It's a completely different relationship than maybe a lot of you have had in the past. One giveaway that would tell at least in my, and this is only in my opinion, and you know, I have a ton of experience in this, just with what I've done in the past, is when people come to me and say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to hire somebody. Usually that's an indicator that they're thinking about it the wrong way. Because I'll let you in on a little secret that hiring staff isn't so you can work less, it's so you can work more. Hiring staff isn't so you can work less, it's so you can work more. And that's one of the key things that you have to understand, and I'm not even going to dive into it, because if you don't get that, you're definitely not ready to start working with staff. But I don't know, I just wanted to kind of open the discussion to this a little bit. I'm going to start doing a couple more videos on staff, on hiring them, training them, working with them, because I know there's a lot of you out there who are doing $8,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, and you're doing it all by yourself for some weird ass reason. Your business can be scaled down to 2 hours a month and still make that exact same amount of money. And all it's gonna cost you is like $300-400 in an assistant fee a month. That's it. All right, once the learning curve is done. That's one of the things I love about this business. Anyways, what are the topics that you want to hear about on this on this discussion on hiring staff and working with staff? Let me know. Sound off in the comments to give me some more ideas. I got a couple written down that I'm going to film as well, but I want to know what else you guys want to hear from this particular slightly more advanced topic here. But till next time, everybody, I'm Emeka. We'll speak to y'all soon.